Okay guys, it's Friday today, so I've done all the things I don't like about the Ridgeline, and so I thought this would be a great day to do the 26 things that I absolutely love about this truck. The first and foremost has to be the overall appearance of the vehicle. I chose the darker gray color. Overall, I love the look of it. The semi-aggressive front grille really appealed to me. And number two, without question, would have to be the smooth ride. I mean, the suspension on this vehicle is tuned for potholes and rough road driving, and it's just an absolute joy to drive on the highway, and handles all the back road stuff with ease. So those are the first two. So the third thing I like about this vehicle is the engine and transmission combination. I mean, it's well proven. It's great for the kind of light duty off-roading that I'm doing, and the fuel economy is decent. I mean, nobody buys a truck for fuel economy, but I'm filling this thing up in Canada for 89 bucks, $80 or $90 I meant to say. And I have no complaints about it. The engine's reliable. It's been around forever, the V6. With the 9-speed transmission, shift by wire. I mean, it's a very reliable, sound powertrain, and I'm quite happy with it. So part and parcel of the engine and transmission package that I like is the exhaust tuning. It's got a really nice snarl when you go to accelerate. I know, grow up. But, I have to admit, I like the sound of it. And the engine, for me, has enough power to pull out on the highway. And then probably the fourth thing that I love about this vehicle is just the overall practicality. I mean, you look at what I'm doing today. I've got all my camera gear in the back seat here. I got two good-sized camera bags. And so I can do this kind of stuff. Somebody needs me to move something, I can come and help them because I've got the truck, which can be a bad thing, I have to tell you. You may not want to tell anybody you have a truck. But then with the bed of the truck, and having all the tie downs and stuff, it's just super, pragmatic. The hidden trunk, is another thing I love about this vehicle. So just the overall practicality of the vehicle, it just suits me to a T. It lets me do what I need to do. When I was working, if I needed to go in the office, I could go in the office and do that commute and not be having a heart attack over gas mileage. Although I'm quite happy I don't have to do that anymore, and I wouldn't want to have to do it every day. So yeah, I would say number 4 is just the overall practicality of this vehicle. Just suits my use case to a T. Okay, feature number 5 on this vehicle that I love, I would have to say, is the adaptive cruise, because it just makes long drives an absolute joy. I mean, you can put the adaptive cruise on and, the vehicle's basically driving itself, and, with the braking being applied automatically, it really helps to reduce fatigue on a long drive. And, overall safety is improved with this feature. So, I'm quite happy with the adaptive cruise. I really love it. Number 6, I would say, has to be some of the convenience features on this vehicle. So I was adamant that when I bought this vehicle, or when I was looking for a vehicle, I had to have heated steering wheel and heated seats. And my wife's had them on her vehicle, and so in the wintertime here in Canada, it makes a huge difference. But in addition to that, the side view mirrors are heated, the back glass is heated, the front windshield is heated, and that makes a huge difference in the wintertime up here. Oh my God. And that combined with the engine start, like the remote startability of the vehicle, is a huge plus. Okay, feature number 7 has to be the sunroof and the rear glass that opens up. On a nice sunny day, it's just like, you can open up all the windows, the sunroof and the rear glass, and it just feels like you're driving a convertible, which makes it really fun to drive on those warm weather days. Number 8 has to be the center console, I think on the previous models of the Ridgelines, they had separate armrests. But 2024 Trailsport has the center console with a giant size storage box. And, you know, my wife and I, we switched out her car. She had a Buick Encore where we had no arm room whatsoever to this vehicle, and it's just like to die for. There's you know, a ton of room where you can rest your arm. I typically, where my hand ends up is right where the engine shutoff switch is, which is perfect. So, and then when you look at the amount of space that's in the center console box here, it's just win-win all around. So those two features, 7 and 8. Okay, so in the 9th position, and I think I already mentioned this one, is the remote start system. I mean, in the wintertime, it's really hard to beat having a remote starter. And, you know, the vehicle runs for 10 minutes and, you know, your windshield and everything get de-iced, and, you know, that's just worth its weight in gold, in my humble opinion. Okay, so the next feature, which is number 10 on my list, is the fog lighting on this vehicle. I think it's not paid attention to and probably almost never used. If you're driving the Ridgeline at nighttime, turn your fog lights on. You'll be amazed the light that it throws out to the side of the vehicle at the front when you're driving along. So in foggy conditions, I've had one occasion to use it so far, and it's a godsend. Absolutely amazing feature, and you should be aware of it. Not only use it, but should be aware of it and use it whenever you need it. So number 11, and keep in mind that all these things I'm telling you, they're just my personal opinions and they're subjective, but the overall feel of the vehicle is very solid, no rattles, you know, super premium feel to it. And that really appealed to me when I got in this vehicle. You know, I really felt like I was getting good value for the money. And with the price of vehicles these days, that's something to think about. So number 12 is the infotainment system. I mean, it's fairly intuitive to use. It has great sound, and I don't really have any complaints at this point. All the information is right there. I mean, if you're an audiophile, you might, you know, you might have something to say about it. It might be lesser than what you're expecting, but for the average Joe, for myself, the sound system in this vehicle, both when I'm using the infotainment system and when my phone is, you know, I'm talking on the phone, is terrific, and I have no complaints so far. So speaking of the phone, having the built-in phone charger and a little extra space there for my glasses, that's a huge thing. I mean, it's just another one of those nice convenience features. And as is number 14, which is the sunglass holder. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've jumped in a vehicle and haven't had my sunglasses, and now I have 2 pair, and I keep one in the vehicle at all the time. So I never have to worry about being in a bright sun situation without having a decent pair of sunglasses. So these are a lot of little things, but there's just a lot of little things that add up to great value. So number 15, and you're going to laugh at this, but it's the it's the water bottle storage on this vehicle. The way the center console has been done, and I got corrected this morning, actually. I did my video on the things that I don't like about the Ridgeline, or what someone else didn't like, and I chimed in on it. So I did that video, and one guy chimed in and he said, well, it's not to free the, you know, they didn't put this, get rid of the gear shift lever here to free up space in the center console. It's because the Ridgeline is using, I think he said it was a ZF transmission, which is drive-by-wire. And he's right. I mean, this is an electronic shift vehicle. It's all push button. But part and parcel of that is that we gained a lot of free space here. You know, there's no more gear shift. And it just takes a couple of weeks, maybe a month, to kind of get used to not having the gear shift. I don't have a problem with this now. But the reason I said that you'd laugh is because...
Hi, darling.
Hey there.
Well, I'm ready. Are you off?
Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
What's wrong?
This, my love, is a water bottle. This, I believe, is something that looks like it needs to be fired out of a pumpkin cannon.
No, that's important to drink your water. So you know what? I brought you a bottle too. Oh, so that way we have to make the same pit stops. Gotcha!
I can't wind no matter what I do.
Oh dear, you're not going to put that on, are you?
We live in Kawartha Lakes, right? Whereas you spit in any direction, you're going to hit 2 lakes, but somehow we need to have 2 giant cylinders of fluids just in case we have to.
But the Ridgeline, they fit, darling. So that's a good thing.
There you go. Take it from her. You can fit 2 of these giant water bottles in the Honda Ridgeline, no problem. And for the rest of the storage pockets, your average size water bottle is what you need. Okay, so number 16, and coming from a 2015 Honda Fit, I had the Magic seats on the Honda Fit, and I was thrilled to see them on the Ridgeline. And I mean, they just give you so much versatility, right? Like I've got grandkids, I can put kids on the back seat, and there's safety anchors for 3 seats in the back of the Ridgelines. So you've got that versatility. Then you can fold the seats up. If you've got a dog, you know, the driver's side rear seat is a little bit larger. There's lots of space for your dog. Or, you know, if you're throwing camera gear in the back of the truck like I am on a regular basis, then the Magic seats they're a game changer. They really are. I mean, Honda's ingenuity is just beyond belief. I heard somebody say one time that Toyota builds cars and what Honda does is art. Now, that's subjective, of course, and I worked for Honda for 16 years, so I know there is a little bit to that, but I mean, the Magic seats in the back of this vehicle is just genius, right? And for someone who's 6'2" and shrinking, I can sit comfortably in the back of this vehicle on the driver or passenger side. The center console eats up a bit of space for the center, but there's still adequate space in the rear of this vehicle if that's something that's a concern to you. Okay, so number 17 has to be the very capable all-wheel drive system with the VCM4, and because of that, it allows me to go places like this. So this is a road I come down on a fairly regular basis. I'm either shooting videos like this, and I'm telling you, I'd rather be driving up this than walking up it. And so having this all-wheel drive system on the Ridgeline and being able to switch between rock, snow, and mud, which I haven't had the need to do. I mean, this vehicle handles this terrain no problem. This is just like a rough cottage road, to be perfectly honest. But, you know, that's one of the reasons, another one of the reasons that I bought the Ridgeline. I wanted this capability. Okay, number 18, the feature that I love, and it's the coating that they're using on the bed of the truck. I mean, I wash my vehicle in Crocs, and they don't have a lot of tread on them, and I have yet to slip on whatever surface this is. Holy cow, absolute game changer. And then number 19 would have to be the tailgate. Let's have a look. Okay guys, so feature number 19 is without a doubt the tailgate. And I know somebody complained, or some people complained, because it doesn't have the soft opening, and maybe one day we'll see that, but to me it's a complete non-issue. I mean, the versatility of this gate, being able to do this and this, you have any idea how much stress that takes off of your back when you're loading stuff into the back of the bed? And, you know, I guess it's number 20 is the next feature, which is the hidden trunk. And this thing is, you know, pretty much legendary now. And one thing, I don't know if a lot of people know, but these grocery bags that you get at the grocery store, take your loop, and there's these little hooks here on the top of the bed, and you can hang your bags full of groceries on the hooks. And you can also get some dividers for it, and yes, there's a drain plug in there, and you've seen enough videos now with guys sitting in this thing and taking a bath and putting ice and beer and all that good stuff, and then you can drain it out after the fact. So, you know, some more great features. And let's not forget the copious amounts of tie downs in the back. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. You know, I put something or a box in here and I can tie it up here. It's, you know, it's just to die for. So this next feature, it's not really a feature, it's just something that a friend of mine noticed the first time he looked at my Ridgeline. And that is, he came up to the side like this and he's like, oh my God, you can reach in and grab your tools. That's something that you can't do on a full-size vehicle. And I know because I had Ford trucks for a number of years. And so, you know, it's attention to detail, it's the little things like that that just add up to great value. And then next, I would have to say, is the built-in trailer towing capacity of 5,000 pounds, plus the built-in wiring connector. And for me, if you're like me and you're going to carry a utility trailer or something like that, I mean, you know, that's just a lot of nice little features that add up to a ton of convenience and practicality. Okay guys, so here's a convenience feature that you don't want to overlook. There's a button on your rear view mirror that connects to HomeLink. It's Honda's HomeLink system, and it'll connect to your garage door opener. And this thing can be programmed for 3 garage doors. Should you have a rather large house. My house has 2 garage doors and I love it. I use this thing all the time. So it's something that you don't want to overlook and you definitely want to take advantage of. Okay, so number 24, feature number 24 that I absolutely love is the auto high-low headlights. You know, driving down the road, I'm terrible for it. You know, I'd switch the high beams on and then forget it, and then somebody'd be honking at me. That is a convenience feature that is just worth its weight in gold. And I waited many moons and I've got that feature on this vehicle. Absolutely love it. Okay, number 25 is the child safety locks on both of the rear doors. And I don't know if you'd agree with me or not, but I don't know what it is, but kids seem to be more forward, more aggressive. I mean, I got 3 grandkids that come in this vehicle all the time, and my oldest, the 5-year-old, he's got no qualms about, I don't think he would ever touch something like this without asking, but you know, it doesn't take much for a kid to grab a handle and have a door come unlocked. And so this just gives me a lot of peace of mind having these child safety locks on the back doors. And so it's something that you don't want to overlook on your vehicle, especially if you got young kids or grandkids. Last but not least, number 26 is the auto alarm, which includes the hidden trunk. And did you know that when you lock the vehicle, so when you close everything up and you walk away from the vehicle, the hidden trunk is automatically locked. And from the factory, I think the tailgate is not, but you can go into the settings in the infotainment system in the car settings, and you can opt to have the tailgate lock as well. So if you're moving a fridge from someplace to someplace and you got to stop in a, I don't know, a mall parking lot or something, and you want to have the gate lock, you have the ability to make that adjustment in the settings on the dash of this vehicle. So really nice touch. Okay guys, so now you got my list of the 26 things I absolutely love about the Honda Ridgeline Trailsport. I tried to think of things that, you know, normally might not occur to you, you know, like the HomeLink, like the ability to lock the tailgate through the settings on the infotainment system. Little things like that make a huge difference. The fog lights, I swear to God, I haven't used fog lights ever on a vehicle until I got my Ridgeline. And that's like, you know, and in the video, what you saw is about half as dramatic as what you'll see out on the actual roadway when you use those fog lights, so give them a try. If you found this video useful, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell for me. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. And I'm going to put some links to some other videos on the Ridgeline here or here for you, and they might be of assistance to you as well. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.